All right, so my YouTube literally says I'm live, but my other thing is not getting... How do I monitor my YouTube platforms? YouTube, broadcasts. There's just nothing here. Howdy. Hi, Sam. So YouTube is on, but I'm having a problem where my YouTube chat is not here. And I go to where it status disconnected. That's annoying. Monitored, yes. All right, we try again. Success. Cool. Cool. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. How's everyone doing? Okay. Welcome, Master Duelists, to the Master Duel Dojo. There's some who call me Tim. Today's stream is brought to you by viewers like you. Please make sure to subscribe. The path of 1,000 subs leads the dojo to enlightenment and monetization. Who's the nerd with the glasses? I don't know. Let's get him. And on the docket today is YouTube comments are not wrong, replays, and then we continue our Master 1 grind. Surely today we hit Master 1 for sure, 100%. So we'll get right into it, and people can watch this later. Welcome to YouTube comments are not wrong. A totally, absolutely, 100% exclusive series that's definitely behind the YouTube membership paywall. This content is reserved only for the most loyal supporters. And if you're somehow seeing this and you're not a member, that's literally piracy. You're literally stealing from me, and you need to drop a Twitch sub or a YouTube membership. So I'll read your comments as charitably as possible, but I'm going to be honest. I probably disagree with you, and you're probably wrong. So I think I have them mostly in order. I need to change my screen to this one. Okay, so welcome to my YouTube comments. Today we get to engage with your YouTube comments. And if you want to see my overly detailed monologue, leave a comment. Sam was watching Sundry bumble through Malice combos and climbing Master. It was great. Yeah, he sent me a screenshot of him reaching Master 1, and he said he played terrible and didn't learn anything. Okay, so this is on the Malice Does Not Lose to Lancia video. And 3 weeks ago, so I don't know which was first. Okay, so Goku says people are fucking tired of Malice. That's why everyone plays Lancia. Why giving them another reason to be hated even more? Okay, so we have to first unpack your grammar. So people are tired of Malice. Malice was brand new. So if you're tired of Malice, I don't know what to tell you. Because I have another copy pasta that I wrote specifically for this type of situation. It's your responsibility to find the fun you're looking for, and if something ruins that for you, it might be time to take a break from Master Duel. Not everyone enjoys this game the same way, and constant complaining takes away from others' enjoyment. You're not obligated to like what others do, but you are responsible for managing your own experience, and if you're not having fun, it's okay to step away. I have a great time playing Malice, and you don't have to. And so if the ladder is all Malice, maybe stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! You have other options. You don't have to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And if it's your income, then it's a job. It's a fucking sweet job if that's your job. I don't feel bad. Like, this point is moot. Like, you're telling me there's zero other things you want to do with your life right now. You can't do anything else. There's nothing. You don't want to play any other video game. You don't want to call your mom. People will always complain about the meta. I don't know who I was telling this to, but I was saying that people are complaining about the new pack being all Ryzeal and that the ladder is all Ryzeal. And people will complain if the new pack and the new cards have the best deck. If they don't affect anything, or if there's no cards at all. If they don't release new cards, players would riot. If they release good cards, people complain. And if they release cards that are not good, people complain of like, these cards are useless. So what are you going to do? If you truly have a problem, you need to stop playing the game. Like, you need to literally boycott the game if you have a problem with it. So clearly you're fine with the state of things if you continue to play Master Duel. That's why everyone plays Lancea. No, everyone's playing Lancea because Malice is a very, very high percentage of ladder. People are excited to play the new thing. And so Konami makes money on selling the new cards. People spend money, they spend gems to get the new cards and play with them because people like to play with new cards. People are always talking about cards that don't exist yet. So people won't shut up about K9 and Yummy right now. And before that it was Ryzeal, and before that it was Malice. And the cards that are coming, it's like, I don't want to hear about it. Just enjoy the game. Enjoy your video game how it is. And if you don't enjoy it, play a different video game. So everyone's playing Lancea because of the dynamics of a 1v1 game. So if you are playing in a 1v1 game, you have one single opponent, and so they're going to try to win. This is not a cooperative game. So I do respect people's right to complain, but they're just wrong. So I'm going to put facts in front of their face, and this is a constant problem. If they have a right to complain, I have a right to tell them how they're wrong. So why giving them another reason to be hated even more? Malice, because it is my kind of fun is, so if there's a problem with the deck, so like Malice has a problem with Lancea and Maxi, and so this very, very heavy hand trap build eschews both problems by not playing the game and forcing your opponent to play through all of your hand traps. And this is a fun competitive dynamic. And so I'm just at a higher level of fun than you are, where you are only having fun if what specifically you want to be doing is the best thing to be doing. Whereas what I want to do is find the best thing to be doing. That is where the fun is for me, so that's what I'm doing. And so here, this is literally what I did paste my copy pasta. And then he says, I know, mate, I'm already taking a break, but still get recommended so much. And then again, this is the same type of thing of what I have to say you're not going to want to hear of tell YouTube, like, don't recommend me Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Like, if you're not having a fun time with Yu-Gi-Oh, say, don't recommend me Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And then when you get back into Yu-Gi-Oh and you start watching Yu-Gi-Oh stuff again, YouTube will learn very quickly that you want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh again, or whatever other video game or other topic you're on. Okay. Why not throw Lance the first chance you get in the first duel? So, I think I had a Lancea. So what I said specifically is, this is a debate I keep having in my head. There's no indication it's the mirror. So this is before the opponent plays any cards. And there's plenty of non-mirrors. So Malice, I don't think ever reached 50% meta share. So set 1 and normal summon a Malice is the only way to get ahead of Lancea. So you need to set a card first, and then summon your Malice. You can summon the Malice and then set 1, but if you summon your Malice and they respond immediately with Lancea, the jig is up, and they know you're on Lancea. So most players are cutting TB11, and that means there's only 7 as the trap that can be activated, because you can't activate 6 without a monster to reborn. So you set 7 specifically. It has to be specifically 7. Maybe 11, so maybe there's 2 cards if they're behind. So one of 2 cards that they had to draw. You have to draw the Lancea, and, well, in this scenario, you have the Lancea. You have the Lancea. They have to draw one of these 2 cards. They set a trap card. Then they summon their Malice. So you can, there's a priority pass window when they set a trap card, if you're toggled on, that you can activate Lancea. And the difference between them getting another thing or not. So if it's specifically TB11 and they're on what's it called, transcode terahertz, yeah, they still get to terahertz because they can chain the trap card to your Lancia. But you're throwing the card away when you could use it for something else. It's also possible, now I don't remember if I had another hand trap, that you can also save it to avoid called by. So you activate another hand trap, and then you activate Lancia later in the turn. So you can try to squeeze value out of Lancia in another way. And also, if your opponent just has absolutely nothing, I have a replay I want to find and show you. I don't know if I actually saved it. Where just nothing is happening. I have 2 replay. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you either of them. But where if nothing is happening, you're going to throw away your Lancia for no value when you could try to extract value out of it. That's why not throw Lancia. Okay. Why didn't they ban these cards? So I assume, because this is Malice in the Mirror, the tournament, Dojo Dolo Open, so I assume that this is in response to the Malice cards. And this is financial incentive. Like, that's the answer. These cards are not banned for financial incentive. Konami wants to make money off them. They're still in the shop. They want to sell them to you. Let's duel. Yeah, come on stream during a open duel room. I've got a role in my Discord that I will ping when it's open dojo time. So you can get pinged. You don't even have to, like, wait around watching the streams if that's not what you're into. If you're only here to duel, get the role. Very nice to see Exodia Rampage. Yeah, so Mr. John played Exodia in this tournament with Soul Drain, and he made it to, he got 3rd or 4th place, I think. I don't remember now. And that was fun to see because everyone loves a good underdog story. So this is the thing where everyone wants to complain about who's winning, and they want the underdog to win. This is just the good, like, human narrative story, because the person they want to feel like they have a chance. It makes a good story. But that's not how most things actually play out. Okay. So this guy. So Slim says, great video. I would suggest using timestamps on long videos. It may or may not decrease your watch time, but it's convenient for the viewers, and they most likely will watch more videos. So my first thought here, so this is some AI response or automated. I'm not using AI in pejoratively, because, like, Gmail will, like, Gmail has the same suggestions of, like, noted thanks or something like that. So my first response to this, my thought was, I'm working on that. I timestamped my last video. I timestamped the last stream. I went into it and I marked out at least some sections, and I like literally got defensive of, like, it's like you're accusing me of not doing the work. And it's like, hold on. I will choose to interpret this charitably. This charitable interpretation theme is seemingly ever present lately. So what he's actually saying is, and this is even more, like, kind than I remember. So he says, I would suggest using timestamps. So that's saying, like, this is very, very neutral language of, like, he's suggesting timestamps. So my literal first thought was, like, I'm working on that change, but this is the type of comment I want to see. Hi, Johnson. So this is a constructive comment of something I can do better, and he's right. That's all there is to it. And me not putting timestamps on my videos is just lazy. That's the beginning and end, is that this comment is right. So I will just say, you're right. I'll work on that. Because I think that this, I don't know, doesn't inherently merit a reply, but gets a reply. Okay. So this is, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is not too expensive. Budget staple replacement. So this video, I talk about a bunch of different super rare and lower cards you can put in your deck to fill out the rest of your deck. And this got quite a lot of engagement, And it was, where is it? One of these comments. So literally this one. Or this one. I don't know. I can't tell where I'm replying. It must be this one. It must be this super, super long banger that I was typing out a reply. And then I was like, no, I'm going to put this in a video. I'll talk about this later because this is a lot. And I don't want what I have to say lost in the comments. So we're just going to go one by one. And hopefully anything that is like related as a thread is mixed up here. 9 days, 12 days ago. Okay. So Metabuddha says it's too expensive. So this is, I don't know. I don't have anything to say to this. Skullduggery Pleasant says, no, Malice plus Fiendsmith is too expensive. Which I don't even, so this concept of too expensive is, why is it too expensive? So what is too expensive about these cards? Because you can obtain them all for literally free. You can spend 0 money of whatever your currency is, play the game, get ultra rare cards. There are no mechanics locked behind money. It is not pay to win. You can play for free. You will have to put in your time, but you can put it in without any money. So this is just, oops, didn't mean to go to channel. Factually not true. So try to get to Master with no URs. This is a different conversation and is possibly a fun challenge of playing a no UR deck to Master. It's not something I want to do right now because this sounds a little masochistic because like I can't think of a full deck that is playable because you can play the budget staples that I talk about. But you need whatever your engine is going to be because Baldrake and Phantasme on their own are not going to get you there without significant time. Like significant time. And I'm personally not interested. But this is an interesting concept to think about of a deck with minimal or no URs. The most competitive deck you can play without URs. So maybe we'll host a UR list tournament or something like that. Like every single UR banned. That'd be interesting. And he says, dude, I play Exodia Millennium Engine. I'm not that bright. I'm just some dummy trying to make a deck work because I love the first season of the game. Also, I built Blue Eyes Primite. Wish I had Bestials for it too. Branded Outbaz. An almost complete Cyber Dragon, Red Dragon Archfiend deck. You'd be surprised what else. Cyber Angels, Dual Avatar, Ojama Arm Dragon. But it cost me a good deal of actual money. So this, I think, is a problem of how you're allocating your stuff and what you want to play. So he's stating that this is not a competitive duelist. So he's playing these decks. So Exodia, Blue Eyes, Albaz, Cyber Dragon, Red Dragon Archfiend. These are all... Albaz is not an anime archetype, but it's very, very heavily themed and lore heavy. So all of these decks are anime plus Albaz. Cyber Angels do... I don't know what Dual Avatar is. Arm Dragon. All anime stuff. And it costing money. Today's theme is YouTube comments. So it costing actual money is completely consensual because you have to weigh that cost benefit analysis of spending the money to obtain the digital cards versus not. Like the Konami, you're not born with your bank account linked to Konami that's debiting a fee every month. And if you're choosing to build these decks for real money instead of spending time, that's your decision. And so this is like saying somebody that has gambled all of their money away, that, I don't know, I'm looking for an apt comparison. Somebody that chooses to spend a boatload of money says, like, the cost of living is too high. So it's the type of guy that, like, buys a new car every year. Like, if you update your car every year, update is the wrong word. if you trade in your old car and you buy a new car every year, and you say, like, man, having a car is too expensive. It's like, maybe it's how you're treating the cars and operating. Maybe it's not that cars are too expensive. It's your manner in which you're operating with it. Jojo, Umbreon was in Pokemon Catch like an hour ago and you were hyped so much. Did you catch it? My time is too expensive. No, that is your choice. So, like, if you are going to spend your time on Master Duel or something else, you need to be aware of what you're spending your time on, and if you want to do that. 5 people tried to catch it with an Ultra Ball, but none were successful. That's a bummer. I don't know that I've seen an Eevee or any of the evolutions. I'll try to keep an eye out if I remember. So, your time. So, if you're spending your time... So, I have stopped playing Magic Arena because I have a good time. I like playing Brawl. I love playing Draft. But there's no payoff other than fun. And so, telling myself that I need to get the missions done to get the coins to be able to play Draft is literally the trick of how they capture my time. And that's simply untrue. So I haven't quit Magic Arena. It's still installed, and I think about it every now and then that, like, man, wish I had more time to play, and I can lament on that. But right now, at this point in my life, I have prioritized other things over Magic the Gathering, so I'm not playing Magic the Gathering. And if somebody else has prioritized Magic the Gathering over something else, that's how they've prioritized, and awesome for them. I'm not even going to try to read this guy's name. Pelly Jelly Yahoo. I said I wasn't going to try to read it, then I tried to read it. The first time I ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! Was through Master Duel. I have around 350 hours clocked in by now, and I'm 100% free to play. I still not gotten every staple there is. Okay. This is just setting the scene. I have nothing to respond to here. I can directly trace the fact to choices I made with my gems. Yes, I decided to waste my gems, in quotes, on building a Goaty deck. Yes, I made what would be considered a bad investment in a bad deck, and because of that, I'm still missing key cards that go into every deck after playing for half a month worth of time. So, half a month is not a long time in these live service games. They're live service games, and they last a very long time. And so, last month, I spent all of my gems on the Malice pack. All of them. Exactly. Half a month is nothing. Hello, dopamine. So, if you started Master Duel a month ago, so half a month worth of time. That's what he's saying here at 350 hours. So, 350 hours is how many full days? That's what he's actually saying. So, he spent 14 days in the game. And I think that that's his complaint, because I didn't realize that that's what he meant. Because half a month is not... So playing for 2 weeks, an hour or whatever every 2 weeks, is not what he's saying. He's saying he's played for 350 hours. And again, this is your decision. No, I didn't calculate what is half a month. I did 350 divided by 24 to get how many days is 350 hours on an accurate scale. And then, so yes, I'm allowing Ellie to round this to half a month. I'm allowing that for this discourse. So you can play. If I don't need help with this calculation here. Don't make fun of me. So if you play for 1 hour every day to get your dailies for a month, that's 30 hours in a month. And so this is, again, how much time are you putting into it? And there is a problem here in Master Duel in that they don't guide you to what is good because Konami is financially incentivized if you don't know what is good. So if Pelly spends his free gems on Goatee and then is upset that Goatee is not competitive and he's upset that he isn't winning and wants to win more and then now needs to spend real money to obtain the Ryzeal cards in order to win or whatever else is new, that's a win for Konami. So Konami is incentivized to not tell you. You can just go on any community and ask, like, it's not that hard. So you're right that this part is not hard, but it is outside the scope of what I think normies are, because most games are good game design. So players are interpreting, charitably, the designer's intent. So if you boot up a video game, you're going to assume that you can play it more or less without issue. There will be things to learn, so you'll have to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever. Or if you've never played a first-person shooter, you're gonna have to learn. When you pick up a new game, there is an expectation of a learning curve, but that curve is not insurmountable. Especially for gamers. By gamers, I mean people familiar with games to begin with, and that like to play games. That challenge is actually a gamer motivation. That's a different topic of the different motivations that people play games for. The problem here is that there is no indication anyway in Master Duel. So imagine I tell you, you're my friend. I tell you, hey, why didn't you play Master Duel? Look at these cool cards. And then I show you a cool card or something. And you're like, yeah, that is a cool card. That looks fun. I want to play. You download it, you install it, and you don't have much more information than that. And this cool card also could be a not competitive card. So like the Goatee UR Fish reads insane. It gets huge, it banishes the whole field. Like that looks like a fun gameplay, and it looks like something you want to do. And then you find out it's actually not viable if you want to win games. You would be a horrible friend. Yes, but this doesn't exclude that this is what's happening. So I gotta show something on Untapped. So the Untapped tier list, if I expand it to all, so I have Untapped Premium or Pro or whatever it's called. So it shows the rank distribution of the decks people are playing. And the most popular, so the decks here. Hi, Scolopendra. So this is the deck, and so most Mermail players are in Platinum and Diamond. There's very, very few in Master. There's some in Gold, and almost none in Bronze and Silver. You, one of the best decks confirmed. Yes, but you see, most of your UL players are in Gold. And it's still sub 50% win rate. So what do you have to say about that? UL players in Silver, there's some. Because they... So I personally don't understand how anyone stays down in Silver, because 2 wins gets you out. So a majority of players are not... See, this doesn't even paint the full picture, because these decks are only like the most popular things, and there's also a selection bias within Untapped of the players that have installed Untapped don't, I would say are less bad on average. So the people in Bronze and Silver stuck down there don't have Untapped installed. The people that have 2 Phantom on their end boards, for example, exactly. So like some people, I don't know, people who created a new account to play meta, they're either not playing on the ladder or they want to rocket up the ladder. So they're like playing in tournaments. How do they count that if they don't have it installed? That's what I'm saying, that there's no... So if a majority of bronze and platinum players don't have Untapped installed, there's no data there, because I have it installed, but all of my opponents will also be Master Duelists because that's who I'm playing against. So Master Duel does have a new player problem in that it doesn't explain how the game actually works in a useful manner. So this is true, but I would like to counteract that free-to-play. So as using myself as an anecdote, I spent all of my gems on Malice last month. I played in the event, I grinded to Master 1, I collected my dailies almost every day, and I know for sure I missed some dailies. Like, I was not religious about it, I just collected them most days. And I was at 6,000 gems when Ryzeal released. And I haven't finished grinding the ladder, and there's been no event this month. So the only problem is that your first deck is going to be terrible. But Konami is taking steps, like with the Rescue Ace and Live Twin Loner, to help, at least. So you can play. Also, if you're playing way down in bronze, you need to, I think, get some coaching help. This is a bad thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! As a game. It is a good thing for community. So find somebody. So if you're seeing this now, find somebody, take them under your wing, and help them get out of their current tier. Whether that's bronze or silver or diamond, help them get out. Because that is where Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually thrives, is this community. So I think that it's not a coincidence that community tournaments and all of these discords and stuff are where people are hanging out. And people are hanging out on places like Reddit because they don't either know of or understand how to get to a different space. Same with the YouTube comments, is that is how they engage with the game. Your first deck was Live Twin Sprite with Magical Dragon. That sounds fun. I'm not sure how that helps. As I said before, I was the same guy in the YouTube comments, started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When Master Duel launched. I was determined to win no matter what. That is the kind of the mentality that's needed, but it's not necessarily that you're going to do anything. It's that you need to shift to I don't understand and I need to learn. That's the difference. So Sam was talking to me. He was talking about another specific player who he was watching play the game, and this anonymous player was not playing very well. And they said something like their plays are doing just fine or something. And Sam could see all of the plays that this player was making, and that the plays were not fine. And then Sam contrasted this to himself, that like Sam said his own plays are also seeming to work out fine. And then he added onto this that he is reflecting and able to see that things have gone wrong. He could have optimized this here. He could have gotten Chessy Cat draws here. He could have summoned an extra Phantom of Yubel there. Firewall bounce itself, resummon. Micro optimizations that you could get Ryzeal Cross online before you get to 5 summons. This type of shit. And this willingness to learn is literally what sets somebody like a master player apart from the gold players. You went through hell and came out. Don't put you in the same with the normies. No. So there's two. So this mindset, your mindset, Jimby, where you are saying, I will do whatever it takes to win, is a parallel mindset to I must grow. In fact, there's definitely a like parallel Venn diagram there. Because if you're saying I must do whatever it takes in order to win, you're acknowledging that you're not winning now, and what you're doing isn't working, and you need to make a change. And I'm saying that these commenters that have a problem are misaligned with self, and their motivation is elsewhere. and they're railing against something that isn't the problem. Good morning, Mashingaro. Mashingaro, do you stream? Because Meeps gave you a shout out, and I didn't know you streamed. I literally just watched the original anime, knew nothing about what the fuck the game was to. So yes, that the Yu-Gi-Oh anime also does a specifically terrible job of helping new players. Okay, we got to continue this next paragraph, or we'll never end on time. I'm sorry, but that's insane. In referring to spending 350 hours. If you give your players a choice between the cards they must have in order to even have a slight chance at victory, Maxi, Mulch Armies, Ash Blossom, Imperm, Called By, and the cards that they actually want to play with, then something is wrong. Again, I don't agree here, because this is a priorities thing, where you need, and with either of the choices you go bankrupt. That is a wild over-exaggeration. This is a cognitive distortion of over-exaggerating. So this, if it was true that you had to pick Maxi or your other card, and it is true to an extent at the very, very beginning, that you have to choose Maxi or Blue Eyes White Dragon to craft, hypothetically. Blue Eyes is a bad example. You have to craft your favorite UR in your deck, or Maxi. That's true because you're limited, but you get more resources as you play the game, and the low ranks are so honestly terrible that you can win with the staples I've said here in this video. So you can put Forbidden Chalice, Evenly Match, and Bestial Druid's Worm in your deck, and you will be beating a majority of bronze and silver players. And then if you rank back down at the end of the season, back down to bronze, you can climb that up very easily and collect on those gems. So I failed to see a problem here. Theoretically, the deck was Live Twin Sprite, Chaos Kaiju, Bestial. Oh my goodness, that is a Meeps pile if I ever heard one. It was very fun, but legit a month after they banned Magical Dragon, which made me sad, because that card is cool AF. That card is cool. That is a very fun card that I like to play. You either end up with an unplayable deck, since they don't have staple support, untrue, or you only have staple and no actual deck. That part is true, but you can, again, fill your deck out with the super rare Bestials, and you can play a deck. I literally went down to silver 2 seasons ago, then stopped at plant 1. Yeah, the bundles are pretty cheap. Exactly. This is my point, is that these guys are overblowing and over-exaggerating what is happening. The idea that a new player excited to play with new Archetype needs to weigh every decision with their gems because it will have repercussions for 400 hours in the future. Crazy. This part is partially true, because it is not very clear what cards will be useful in the future or whatever. So I had one guy messaging me, and he said that Maxi is terrible. He's going to take it out of his deck because he got decked out against Dark World. He was playing against Dark World, got decked out once, and says Maxi is terrible. I just don't have... I just can't. Maxi is a bad card because Dark World exists. It's like, guy, you're down in silver. With the current structure, you're punishing new players that don't know any better for buying the cards they want to play with. Kind of. But this is the business model. So, I want to compare Yu-Gi-Oh! To Apex Legends. So, Apex Legends is a game I played with my friends for some time. And you have to either grind for in-game currency to unlock the different characters. There's a handful of free characters. I don't remember how many. And then there's I can't remember if a couple are on rotation or you have to, unlock them. I legitimately can't remember. But I picked a couple characters, and there were some characters I liked to play, and other characters that I got that I didn't like to play. And I was very selective with who I liked to unlock them. What did I say? The characters to unlock, because it was a limited resource. And so I let my resources accumulate. I literally can't remember. Will this, because I feel like there were, these 5 were definitely free. I don't remember if there were more free. I unlocked Valkyrie and Loba, and I had a good time with both of them. This isn't old. There's been new characters. But these 5 were free. I unlocked Valkyrie and Loba, and I liked playing with them because I liked their specific mobility toolkits. And so I was selective. I understood that this was the game, that I could pay money. I don't remember how much it translates to. Maybe it was like $20 or whatever, to unlock another character. And that is, Watson is another character I unlocked because my friend suggested Watson, and it looked really fun. And then when I was playing Watson, I did not actually have all that much fun. And so, like, too bad, really. I'm sorry. Like, maybe I would have had a ton more fun with Octane instead of Watson. I don't know. Probably because I like the mobility. But Watson looked like a fun, different playstyle that I got to try. And it does stink that you can't try them for free. But that's literally the business model. And in fact, you can. You can go, there's the test range that you can play all of the characters for free, I believe. And so there's so much information out there that I don't believe anybody that says that they like can't find this information. So this like idea that the information isn't out there and the game tricks you is false. Master Duel is badly managed. Defend this. It's incredibly expensive. We've proven this false. And to pitch alternatives using cards that are still going to take 100 hours to acquire instead of 400 hours. Don't agree. Make Master Duel affordable. It is. You're picking garbage cards. When you're begging Master Duel, you have like 10k for free. It's enough to play Metal Deck with all the staples. Yes. And then after 2 or 3 months, depending if there's events, you can build a fun deck. Exactly. Yes. This is true. Been playing Master Duel since day 1 and still don't have every staples. Still only have 2 Nibiru, 1 of each of the Dominus, 2 Fua, no Perulia. The only reason I even crafted a second Vathor back in the day was to make the Hulk combo work when I opened one of them. The decks are getting too UR dense, and the pull rates are so bad that it's hard to keep up if you want to play a good deck every few. That's not true at all. Let's come back to this. Yubel is old now. You can still play it. 10 Pi, still very good. Old at this point. It was what, last November, I think? Labyrinth is older. Labyrinth is still playable. You can still play it. Like, the players commenting this are not even grinding to Master 1. They're not playing in tournaments. Like, they don't have a reason other than, I want to experience new cards. Right now, my free account is ranked higher than my main account. The game's really not expensive unless you like playing a lot of different decks. This is true. I will say they would get the worst packs for free gems. Just craft what you want. This is like confirmation bias. Like okay. And you do have to pay for it, either with time and knowledge or money. And yes, deck hopping and unwise dismantling and crafting hurts a lot of players. That is true, but it is, again, Konami is financially incentivized that you make poor decisions, which is a bad system. And if you have a problem with that, you need to boycott Master Duel, boycott Konami, boycott all Master Duel content if you really have a problem. And if you are very serious about this, you need to get politically government involved so that a company cannot be financially incentivized to provide a bad experience. And I don't think you care that much. I think you'd rather just play a different video game. I played in no side deck tournaments, and that was before Mermel existed, and UBEL was popular, even though I haven't played in any big tournaments. What do you mean? You can at least play free-to-play Master Duel if you look at other online TCGs? Yeah. So, my Magic the Gathering account. I'm not gonna open it. I'm not going into it. Not going into it. Magic the Gathering is much harder to get into competitive decks. But again, like, if I've been playing for a very long time... So, here's exactly the same problem. I have decided playing Magic Arena right now for me costs too much time. I'm not willing to put money into it right now. I don't want to put money into it. That's what I've decided. I don't have the money. It would be a bad decision for me to put money into Arena. And because of that, I've decided I'm going to play a different video game. I've decided to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Instead of Magic Arena. They've then lost my time in business. Okay, I did a fun minimum UR challenge run on an alt account not too long ago. Only use free one-of-bundle URs in a single Exodia incarnate. No Max C, not even Sengajin. Roll, Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Snake Eyes Subversion were all I needed to get to Platinum with very little effort. You can climb I keep saying this, Platinum is the, like, R of, like, you can get to Platinum, and then beyond Platinum, you'll have to do an amount of thinking. To be honest, this game is super generous to free-to-play players as long as you're smart about it. This is the caveat. So you need to be aware of the trappings that catch you out. And this is what players are complaining about. And this is what I said, that you need to go find somebody and help them rank up. So you this is what the other players, so yes, Wario, this is what Gelly Gelly is complaining about, is that if you're unaware, you get trapped. And that's true. So you have two options. You can either politically lobby, or you can try to help people and be a force for good, helping people enjoy the game they want to enjoy it, which is what I'm doing here at the dojo. You did a Master Duel account with just normal rare cards, and the max rank for that account was Plat 3. And I think that you could have gotten farther than that. It then becomes a time, effort, cost analysis benefit, and it sounds like you didn't want to grind beyond Plat 3. But getting to Plat 3 with not even any super rares is very telling. Okay, if you waste resources on in-archetype URs and never play their deck, you're sitting on wasted potential. True! I want to show you my account. Let's open up Master Duel. Sure, decks like Malice and Tenpai are overpriced. I don't even agree. But you don't need to play them if you aren't willing to grind, dismantle, or pay. Truth! There are tons of good, low UR cost decks that are worth playing in Platinum or Diamond. When people blame the price of the meta, it is just a deflection of blaming personal lack of skill or dedication. True! Yeah, but you were bored after Plat 3. Also, totally your decision. Man, that last swig of my coffee was terrible. Okay, so we're looking over here. Let's go to, oh, not that page. This page of the cards I can dismantle. So that I'm choosing not to, that I'm sitting on my account. So Eldritch, Lord, like, the cards I'm realistically not playing. Like Horus I don't play, Fire King I don't really play anymore. this I think is very useful. These I don't play. Blaster I do use right now. I'm not using any Kashtira stuff. I'm not using any Snake Eye anything. Shifter, I'm not using Unchained. I'm not even honestly playing Lab right now, but I would hold on to those because I do like to play Lab. I don't like to play. I crafted this for Ignobles. Rescue Cat's useless. Thunder King's useless. Rescue Rabbit's useless. Ray is UR, and I have the other one. It's a rare. I don't play Manadium. I don't play Mathmech anymore. I don't like playing Kashtira. I don't play Manadium. None of the Lightsworn decks are actually good. Tour Guides are just sitting on my account rotting. Revolution Synchron is dead. Assault Synchron I only use during tier format. Very, very niche interaction. More URs of decks that I just don't play. More URs of decks I really don't play. Let's pretend I'm going to keep Hero and Tier Elements. Like, these are all things that I can choose to dismantle, too, that I want to keep. So, yes, these are a pile of wasted potential, but these are decks that I do like enough that I have decided I want to play them again at some point in the future. So I'm keeping all the cards. And that is another choice that you need to make. Are you willing to dismantle the cards that you're really not going to play? Because you can dismantle them in order to play other cards. Hello, Otaku. So, for example, I pulled a second Abyss Dweller after it was banned in TCG. Ryzeal was not yet released or announced, and so I was assuming Dweller was going to get banned sometime soon on Master Duel. But I wanted that UR dust, I think, to craft Malice. So I dismantled the second Dweller when I knew I could get a refund in a while, but I decided I would rather have it now than in the future. I just carefully choose the decks I craft. That's the same thing. I've been grinding Ryzeal since release, and I've only lost when I've drawn 5 hand traps and like 2 times played against Blue Eyes. I think my next shuffle lets me draw bad when the other guy picks Blue Eyes. I think that could be true. That's a theory. Skipping this song. Okay, I've been telling everyone that making decks is just too expensive to get streamers and YouTubers saying, actually, I think it's very generous. Again, so your version of too expensive. So this is, again, about subjective qualia. Your version of too expensive is not the same, obviously, as Konami's. Because you can play for free. Go ahead and compare the amount of stuff you get in Master Duel to other free-to-play games. I feel like I hold this truth to be self-evident that Master Duel is a fine free-to-play game. Otherwise, play a different video game. The problem is you say, like, the response to that is, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So much, I want to play it online in the official manner. Then, again, you need to boycott Konami and write letters in Politic that this isn't acceptable. Be one of those they let. It could be, I could be one of those that were like, let me build Blue Eyes, even though I really like Blue Eyes, then realized it wasn't worth building it on my. I've been doing some grinding, and I can assure you that after dropping Mermail for 3 months, returning back to is kind of annoying. I have to be careful of my zone place. That's a different gameplay thing. I think that paper is expensive. That's why I don't play paper. Same. I am not putting any money into the paper game. I'm not consuming paper TCG content. Like, I'm priced out. Like, do these players also? I would also challenge these players on where else their money is going. What other entertainment are you spending it on? So if you're, like, how much are you spending on other entertainment? So if you go to the movies once a month, and you spend $20 to $50 at the movies every month, consider that instead of that time and money, you put those towards Master Duel if that is your true priority. And if you don't want to give up going to the movies because you love going to the movies, then you've made up your decision that going to the movies is actually your priority, and you have to wrestle with not having everything you want in Master Duel. Anyone that has to make a new account know how much you have to spend just for staples without any good pack to get them from. That, I think, is a problem for new players. But it also reduces the cost significantly and makes Konami less money long-term. God forbid if a new player falls for the secret pack meme. Kinda true. People just say that it's easy to make any deck, just have all these cards since forever, so it doesn't cost them anything other than engine whenever they want to build something. That is real. And that is the whole point of my video here, is that you can put in budget staples, and once you have the staples, you can just craft anything you want, only the engine, and you have all the non-engine. That is literally the whole point of my video. Craft your staples so that you can build any deck you want. Okay, when making a new account, the game gives you like 25k gems very easily early. It's time to build almost any deck. Of course, you still need to play that deck a lot and save the gems you gain along the way smartly. I'm not hearing an argument that the game is too expensive, especially as a new account. I built like 7 different decks completely for free since playing this game on and off for about a year and a half. Yes, I don't have all the staples, and I don't really play meta decks, but I've reached Master Rank in the Snake Eyes UL Tenpai meta. Master Duel is not that expensive. True. Probably the most free-to-play friendly game on the App Store. 145 gems a day is pretty big. Just don't feel pressured to always pull for the top meta decks all the time. Those are expensive. If you build your favorite decks as well as you can learn how to beat the top decks, you'll be fine without all the staples. So this is, again, a motivation mismatch where what Kuro-san is pointing out here is that if your motivation is super spike competitive where you want to win all the games, yes, the game becomes more expensive, and it is to Konami's benefit to have it that way because they want you to spend money. I think, unironically, if I compare what I made selling the cards at Pull TCG with how much I spend to build my deck. I would need further information to even comment on that. But I think that you're, like, awesome if your hobby can go plus in money. But I think that you should not treat it as a moneymaker. Unless you're going to put real work hours into making it make money for you in some manner. And so this, like, idea that you should play what you want to play, people are experiencing a dichotomy that their motivation is to win, but they also are motivated to play their favorite decks, and then they get frustrated when their favorite decks don't win. I'm not accusing you of treating Yu-Gi-Oh as a moneymaker, Otaku. I'm just saying, like, that this is a different can of worms that I'd be willing to discuss, but at another time. Like, right now, it's not the scope of this conversation. Master Duel should always have the staple pack on the shop. It was a pack that had most of the UR hand traps, as well as some of the going second cards. It'd make it easier for people starting to get staples. The second part is true. It would make it easier for people starting to get staples. I think the problem is that new players are not aware of what the staples are or how important they are. I think that all of the loaners, Konami should, in my opinion, what they can do that helps new players and still makes a profit is have loaners with... I'm out of deck space. Okay, whatever Konami starts, whatever Konami puts as their trial deck, Live Twins, Rescue Ace, other decks in the future that they like make for new players, I think they should start most of them looking something like this, so that these new players can see and they can try these decks out and then see and understand exactly how powerful these URs are, and then be enticed to want to buy them. So like if you don't have all of these cards on your account right now, maybe not Unicorn, you can get away without Unicorn. But the rest of these are so powerful that they change completely how the game is played. My sell cards I got extra of, or that I don't need when I open pins, but like in TCG, I mainly play my favorite decks, or if it's like meta decks that I love playing. For example, when I built Ryzeal in TCG, I spent almost nothing because I already had a lot of the engines and staples. I had to buy a single Eclipse Twin 7th turn. I hear you, but I'm not sure what your point is. I think that this is outside the scope of the Master Duel new player discussion. Okay. That's it for the comments on this video. I have addressed them. Okay. This is the Skull Invitation trial. Ghost Spell should be added? Sure. Sure. Include a variety. Include... Isn't there one more? And cherries is bad to include. Dogwood is iffy. That's all of them. So yeah, something like this. Sure. And the lineup can change, but my point is that they should have URs that they put in the hands of new players that they would still have to buy for their own decks so they can understand how actual powerful they are. And I think that more of these staples should be in the loaner decks for the events, because I also hear a lot of complaints about the loaners sucking for events, and it's because they don't have staples in them. I think that putting the staples in the loaners is a big selling point. It can convince players that they need to spend more time or money on more cards rather than only their engine. White Forest with a lot of drawing and generic spell trap removal, but not Cosmic Mice, more like Twin Twist. I think that this is just a suggestion. Did I even ask? Maybe I asked what did you guys play? I'm gonna assume I asked what did you guys play. Tell me in the comments, because that makes this comment make sense. And that is fun if you're drawing a lot of cards and then destroying your opponent's cards and they take damage. Okay. Help! I'm new to Master Duel. Same topic. Uh-oh. But this is rather than about the cost, it's about like what decks to play. So this guy says, I need a deck with Dragon Ace and at least one Dragon Boss monsters. Having a protection of some sorts would be great. Leo says, Blue Eyes is actually competitive and good right now. And then I offer some choices. Blue Eyes, Branded, Tenpai are all good dragon decks. Lots of other decks have a dragon that they usually play. Crystron, Cyber Dragon Infinity, Malice with Firewall Dragon or Terahertz, Snake Eyes with Flameburge. And then I say Red Dragon Archfiend is a cheap deck, but not very competitive. That's what I have. I stand by my comment. I feel like my comment completely says everything I have to say. Play Dragon Link. Dragon Link is a deck. I hesitate to suggest something like Dragon Link for a new player because it's not competitive, and it is not easy to play for players that don't understand how it's working. Dragon Link is a good deck. Blue Eyes is the top contender. Okay, this is the same guy. I already got Blue Eyes from a structure deck. It's just unless I got Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, my board gets cleared easily with a card or monster effect. There's Stardust Dragon without the Junk Machine archetype, or any other dragon with some sort of protection. I think Negation Ace Boss would help my playstyle. So, yes, OGK. Blue Eyes the only meta deck that I like aesthetically. That's fine. So that's fine. So if you want to play something good that you aesthetically like, cool. And I have news for you. So you don't need Chaos Max. So there's several tricks here. So Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon doesn't stop things by itself. It, like, negates graveyard effects, but it's a big fat guy. Ultimate Spirit negates any activations. So Ultimate Spirit solves that problem for you. You just Synchro 9, tag it out into Ultimate Spirit. Ultimate Spirit can negate your stuff. You can play a Jet Dragon, and you can make a point to search it with Roar. So if you summon Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can then Roar Jet out, and then when Jet is in play, it will protect your other cards from being specifically destroyed if destruction is your problem. But I think that destruction is not really the biggest problem, and I'd posit that you've got another deck building problem, and I would like to see how you're building the deck. Is there another, or any other dragon with some sort of protection? And then there's also, so Blue Eye Spirit Dragon also can tag into Crimson Dragon, which then returns back to the extra deck, targeting another monster, synchro monster you control. And the usual target is Stardust Cipher. And Stardust Cipher says the first time each card you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, it is not destroyed. So these are the answers. And this is literally a Stardust Dragon too, that goes in Blue Eyes. And I have to roast Sam's opponent again. Sam sent me a deck list of opponent's deck, and he said, this isn't good, right? He says, this is an awful list, right? And he sent me this deck list. Yes, this deck list is an awful list. I already ruminated on how awful this deck is. It's not good. I'm not even going to leave it on screen. It's that bad. We will go to Master Duel Meta. We'll go to Top Decks. We will find Blue Eyes. I wanted to go to the thing. So let's just click on the first one. Hello, Snake. So here you are. So this is what it should look like. So you've got Blue Eyes, Sage, Maiden, Veiler, Ether, Magnemite, Hand Traps, One Roar, Wishes. Some people play Bingo. I'm still anti-Bingo, but I have not played Blue Eyes in a while. People are on Bingo now. Mausoleum, Loads, Drill Beam, 1 Majesty, 1 True Light, 3 Imperm, 3 Dominus Purge. This is what a deck should look like. Lancia can be swapped out for anything else. Lancia is a specific meta call against Malice. But, like, just copy this deck. This deck looks perfectly fine. And then in the extra deck, we've got a pair of Spirits, Ulti Spirit, Crimson Dragon, and a Cypher. You can also sometimes make Baron. We got Seals. You got SP. Neo Ultimate equips to your Blue Eyes, and then you either Synchro Summon or whatever. And Neo is in the graveyard. So that's how your Blue Eyes deck should look. So actually, so let's comment with a useful thing. What's it called? Neo Kaiser. Okay, here's what I've said. So yes, Blue Eyes has a lot of protection built into its archetype. You can tag Blue Eye Spirit into Oldie Spirit and Crimson Dragon, and the latter tags then into Cypher, which will protect your whole board. Jet Dragonoff Roar or Neo Kaiser also helps protect and mitigate losing cards. You don't need cards like the Rituals at all. Using a sample competitive list, Lancias are a specific meta call. There you go. That easy. For the hand traps, we should precise that you should change throughout the season depending which. Yes. Just don't play hand traps and play. You could do that. You could do that. You're only on one Lancia because you don't do a lot in the map. Okay. Not gonna lie. As of right now, I'd suggest the Red Dragon Archfiend structure deck that is cracked as F as is. I replied to this. I wouldn't go as far to say cracked as F. I have nothing more to say. I hope you can see it on my face that I'm not agreeing. Red Dragon Archfiend is great on my new account for Synchro Mission. I mainly play Malice on it. Red Dragon Archfiend is good. I even beat Branded with it. Okay, so we love to beat Branded. Hate Branded. Everyone hates Branded. I would question what rank Alexander is. Red Dragon Archfiend is a competent deck, but it is not high tier or competitive. I would not bring it to a tournament. It's not the most embarrassing deck, but it's not very good. What are you talking about? I got to Platinum and only playing for 2 weeks. I got to Platinum my first month playing Master Duel. In the first month. Platinum was the highest rank at the time. Sam. So any deck can also beat any deck. I brought Ryzeal into Meeps' stream yesterday, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna kick his ass. And then I lost to Drak. I'm embarrassed. You can go check his VOD. And then I had a rematch, and I was afraid I was gonna lose, because I went Detonator Pass. He uses Ultimate Conductor Tyrant. He negates it somehow. I don't remember what he set it with something. He set my Detonator before Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And then I just, had to sit there. He didn't kill me, and then I came back. What's wrong with Drak? It's embarrassing. That's what's wrong with it. Board Breaker Tenpai is good if you let your opponent go full combo in some decks. I genuinely lost so many rogue decks with the Board Breaker Tenpai just because they go uninterrupted. Yes, that's true. That is true. Who is this? What Pokemon is this? Bergmite. Not interested. Sure. Sure, Alexander. I'd like to see your account. I'm a newbie myself and chose Red Dragon Archfiend. It feels great for autopiloting through the whole soul campaign to get gems. Acceptable. It is a functional deck that will get you through most of the solo mode missions. Fine. I've added the Bestials now and working on Fuelos, Sweeper, and then the Centurion package. So that is a real upgrade plan. So you have a functional deck. You're using it to play through solo mode. You're adding some staples, and then you're going to upgrade the engine of the deck. That is a different game plan than Red Dragon Archfiend is cracked as is. Okay. He tags me, compared to what nonsense I was playing back when I started Master Duel as a new player. Oh, it definitely is. Okay, so he's comparing... Again, this is a lens issue. He's comparing the Red Dragon Archfiend structure deck to, I don't know, maybe the Synchro structure deck? So let's discard this. Let's look at the structure decks here. So let's look at this one. So, would I rather play Power of the Dragon or Crimson Power Force? I'd rather play Crimson Power Force over Power of the Dragon any day, because this is a deck designed with thought. This is a deck that has a different goal here. It is designed to teach people how to play the game, not to win. Sword Soul best deck in Season 1, untrue. And the Sword Soul Loners also has a lot of garbage in it. The starter decks are not They're to teach you how to literally play the game. Not set you up for playing on ladder. That's not what these decks are for. These are, again, the difference between the starter deck and the structure deck. So the Crimson Power Force does have a big shift in philosophy here. So yes, I'm literally saying that right now, Snake. You're right. The structure decks have definitely become way, way better. So something like the Salamangreat structure deck, it includes one of a whole bunch of everything. I don't see a single two of other than Heat Leo. I don't see any two ups, and like their whole thing is relinking. So you need multiples. Yeah, they have a lot of Salamangreat cards, and they are in a conundrum where a archetype has a lot of cards and they want to include a lot of them, but really competitive decks are much more in line with something like this. And this also even includes non-engine and interaction, so Fiendish Chain and Red Rain and Red Zone, like, are interaction, which the best decks have. Some current structure decks could beat Season 1 meta decks. What was Season 1? It was, like, Eldritch, Drytron, Virtual World. Like, I played Eldritch at Tri-Brigade. I switched to Tri-Brigade. Tri-Brigade Zoo. Because I started with Eldritch, because it was cheaper. And then I started playing Tri-Brigade. And I built it very quickly, and I was very, very happy to play Tri-Brigade. And I think Tri-Brigade smokes this every day of the week. Drytron or Virtual World with VFD could still beat these. Yeah, I agree. I don't even think like Eldritch, which I think is in fact the worst of the early Master Duel decks that were good, beats this. Like, this does not set up impressive boards, even if you include Red Supernova that you got for free or whatever. So no, I'm not gonna compare, because the structure decks have gotten better. But saying these are cracked is a wild overstatement, especially if you say as is, because they're still missing all of the staples that they need to put in loner decks to tell you to go buy. Salad's probably the most complete structure, like my 3 salad structures, 80%. I don't think so. All you're missing is staples and Code of Soul. I think you're missing other stuff too. I think you're missing too much other stuff. You need multiple Raging Phoenix. You need the other you need both Phoenixes. YouTuber as a Crystron expert. So why do people say things like this? How is the loner? Oh, you're asking me. You're asking me. Well, today's not the event. I will come back to this. Can you win with it? Certainly. Okay. Salamangreat of Fire. Burning Spirit. So Blazing Fortitude. What else do you got? Code of Soul. Signet Mining is in the structure deck. Signet Mining! You have Signet Mining. You get Signet Mining and Sunlight Wolf from the structure deck. Strictly false. What the hell is Blazing Fortitude? Blazing Fortitude is the secret pack. No, this Salamangreat structure is terrible. It does not give you any of the cards you need. It gives you Sunlight Wolf and Signet Mining. Hello, Mavis. Do you have any Malice deck list for Ryzeal meta? 1 second. So while we're here, because I'm on the deck screen, So I played this a little bit. Go Spell should probably be a third Droll. So do something like this. Lancia can be Purulia, so do something like this. I'd play this if you want to target Ryzeal. You can put in Signet Mining. Signet Mining does weaken you to Droll. But I would try something like this. So go ahead and screen cap it. You can also put in Typhon. As I've said, Almirage, Cerberus, Dark, Unicorn are the flex slots. The rest are mandatory. Right now, we're just railing against YouTube comments. We're almost done. Will a YouTuber make a guide? So let me look at the loner deck. Gives you Gazelle, Spinny, Weasel, but those are not ultra rares. This is ranked. Hello, Teletubby Ted. You were asking about a Ubel list, weren't you? Crystal Wing, Blackwing, Crystron. And Princess, and all the staples. Like, having the URs available in a structure deck is a good thing. I'm for this. You get Signet Minings and Sunlight Wolf out of the structure deck, but you don't get anything else. So this Crystron deck is playable. Gamma Seal is fine. I like Regulus in low power decks. We have Eliscalatus. I don't know how we make these big guys. You don't have Infinity. There's no Millennium or Baron, which is, you're like leaking a lot of power by not having those. I think Millennium is still good, even without Zombie Vampire. It's honestly good. Like, yes, this is literally playable, and I want to give it a try. And like I said, it has Maxi, it has Ash Blossom, it has Called By, it has Imperm, it has all these staples to show off the true power, and it's otherwise filled with almost all engine. Like, or almost all archetype cards. Including, like, junk like Scrap Recycler. Like, honestly, a good loner. We've got Dragster in here. Quarian Gandrax. Shenying. Honestly good. Cannot comment on Blackwings. Not familiar. And Speedroids are a joke. They're not real. Triple Takatomborg doesn't seem right. Okay. You should play Malice. Why are you gay? Droll is very important in Malice. So here's Alexander again. I don't agree. Droll is in Malice so against Malice does not do anything. Droll, what it is good for Fulos and Max C. And I think that I've discussed this in my other video that the better game plan is to pass. With Ryzeal being released, now I think Droll stock goes up and becomes important. And because you can self-Droll and play through it, Droll now is important. But Droll is going to be a meta consideration rather than being blanket important. Oh, I clicked off. Malice for Synchro Cup would be crazy cool. Alright, this is the Blackwing deck. I see 2 Zephyros. I see Max Ash Called By Imperm. We have Black Whirlwind and the other one. We've got this guy. Yeah, Droll is now good, so that comment has, like, flipped, but I don't like it in Malice form. I like it in Ryzeal format. Again, this looks like it would just be a lot of, like, the same stuff, rather than, like, more access to things. I also don't know what they're trying to do. This deck utilizes easy-to-summon monsters, enables synchro. Yeah, sure. Wings of the Crystal Cat. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I had an idea. I had an idea right now. That list is not that good. That's what I thought. I don't think we want Lancia or Blaster in what I'm trying to do, or Gold Sark. That Black Rose possibly. Just you wait, and then no Link Monster. Okay, boys, are you ready? Woo! I don't know how many of the new guys we want. I think we want 3 of them. We want Kageki, that's for sure. This guy is good. I think you want these. I think this one is... Nope, not that one. This one is funny. I like the card. Woo! Okay, to make Nat Beast, I actually need Elder. Hold on. So I either need Kizaru plus a Dojo tuner, like Sheehan Squire, or I need to play like Kagemusha Elder. Spirit is bad. So this is our level 2 tuner, so we don't actually need to play Kagemusha. We're almost to replays. Hold on. All right, we'll save this for later. All right. Cerberus is mandatory too for outing Chaos Hunter. If Chaos Hunter is a problem, yes. What do I think about Super Polymalis? Oh, hey, Mavis. That's you. Right? Is this the same Mavis? Is Mavis in the room with us? Yep, that Mavis is a cat. Hi, Mavis. So I don't think Super Poly is very good in Malice. It doesn't clear the important problems in the mirror match, and because the important problems are the Malice engine interacting. And there's a big discussion in the Malice channel in Master Duel Meta constantly. So go ask them how they feel about Super Poly, and it's not positive. It goes 2 for 2 at best. So imagine it is Lava Golem, but you get to still normal summon, and it is better than that. But would you play Lava Golem if you still got to normal summon, or would you just put Kaijus in your deck? Like, it just doesn't solve the problem. And if you think Super Poly is good, if it doesn't have other engine specifics, like something like Branded, where it like works with your engine in another way, I don't think it's very good, especially in Malice, because... Let me go back to the decks. This deck list has changed and is no longer attributed to Nezu. So, like I said, Almirage, Cerberus, Dark... Unicorn are the... I'm having some problem. These are the... I hope you can still hear me, because my Bluetooth just shut off. My mic seems to still be working. Hope we're okay. So these 4 are Super Poly as Lava Golem. No, think about it. What is different? It clears 2 monsters. All right, goodbye, Sam. Thanks for hanging out. So these 11 are what's mandatory. So you have 4 flex slots. So can you afford to play maybe 2 or 3 of these as Super Poly targets? Technically, yes. But would you be better off playing different engine and stopping your opponent from playing the game? I think yes. All right. Give me a second, boys. I don't know what happened to my Bluetooth. Bluetooth off, Bluetooth on. Please connect back to my headphones and my mouse. One headphone is working. Mouse is working. Okay. I think that was the last of our comments. Okay, nope. This is Tony. Very nice to perform the video. I think this archetype is the real reason why Apollo be finally banned. Keep your great work. Working on it. Alright, goodbye, Otaku. Thanks for hanging out. See ya. Apollo's not hard to deal with, depending on the deck. Malice is real easy to duel against. When I run most decks I enjoy. I have 2 meta decks on Blue Eyes and Branded for Climb season. Both those decks can deal with Apollo. The rest of the time, duel against Malice, it's an easy duel. You get the second you see a Malice. You had me! You had me! You got me! Hi, Tony. BI 9240. I was ready to, like, where are you going with this? I'm ready to listen. You dip the second you see a Malice card. Love it. This guy gets it. Hi, Tony. Okay, now it is time for replays with Dojo, the part of the show where Dojo comes out and watches a funny replay. Tricky Time Trees replay. Are you online? Time Tree. So are you still here? Is Tricky Time Tree in the room with us? What do you say? Top replay. 13 turns versus Han. All right, we'll take a look. And then after this, I need to swap out my ice packs. Okay. So we're on Ryzeal. X for sword. Sword for ice. Ice stands for internal combustion engine. It has nothing to do with ice. Triple mat duo drive to protect with cross. Attach detonator. So here, people don't send detonator because of Bestial, so that when you activate dual drive, it doesn't get banished. But, alright. Now here's the other detonator. Attach X, sure thing. Set 2, pass. Okay. Very nice. Wait. Did we get the search off this? How many materials was this duo drive? 4? Was it a 4 material duo drive? 3 mat, attach 1. Okay. I see. So you still have 2 mats in the duo drive. Because you just had extra bodies. Speak of the devil. Lava Golem. Set 5. Skull Invitation. Hey! Okay, put 2 back, draw a card, draw ice. Burn, burn. 36. Get a star. Xyz detonator. Detonator attach. Blast held by destiny. What is this? When an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy the one monster your opponent controls with the highest attack. If you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. Okay. Okay. So it's kind of like Magic Cylinder plus Sakuretsu Arm. Too bad Detonator doesn't... Detonator can't be destroyed. What is this? Give it 1,000 attack, sure. And attach. Wait! Why was Detonator destroyed there? Did Detonator destroy itself? Why did he destroy Detonator? Or why did you destroy your own detonator? Plasma hole. Target that. Mass driver. Boost and attach. When he activated Blast held my destiny, you targeted your own detonator so that it wouldn't get destroyed? Detonator can just not be destroyed instead. You can just not destroy detonator. Okay, we're on a risky 100 when we could have a detonator on the field. Put 2 back and draw. Set Puru. When we could still have a detonator. Summon Star. Normal summon Puru. Okay, put 2 back. Summon X. Sword. Make another Duo Drive. These are honestly very cool that they're 2+ monsters. I wanted more Xyzs like this way back in the day. Afraid of attacking into something, that's kind of fair. But how do we finish the game if you're afraid to attack? Backdraw a card. Dual Drive, get Mass Driver. Summon the Internal Combustion Engine, Dugaras. Node, swap out a card for another material. Here's the Detonator. Attach. Summon Photon Blast. Okay, all of our monsters are in Def. This is a single lethal. Dimension Wall. Detonator, pop it. Blast, Detonator, pop it. So that we don't take the damage. Makes sense so far. Still dead to any top deck burn effect. Okay, cross activating again. Your opponent special summons monster, they mill 3. Okay, sure. Goodness, cards like Ryzeal Cross are just insane. We had a work meeting, what are we doing now? Now we're doing replays with Dojo. So now, no, not a lethal detonator. We skipped the battle phase due to what card's effect? Our opponent's card? Okay, Duo Drive can detach from anything, which is amazing. Get an internal combustion engine. He floodgates it. And we want to present a lethal. Oh no! Okay, we can just negate this. And then lethal detonator. Kaboom! Very well navigated for the most part. Other than the, I think, just not destroying your detonator against that obelisk card. Destroy it if you do inflict damage. So you could just choose to not detonator. How do you deal effectively with Ryzeal using Malice? Win the coin flip. It is very difficult going second, but it's the inverse is also true. It's very difficult for Ryzeal to deal with Malice going second. Also, that other guy had the correct answer. Whenever you see a Ryzeal card, leave the game. All right, Tricky Time Tree, is that the only one right now? While we're here? Okay. In the coin flip and hope they don't land. Also true. Okay. Dopamine has a replay. So, hello, Dopamine. I'm not going to remember that you're the Japanese player. Okay, versus Kanzashi. Okay, this one. 10 turns. Oh my goodness. We got some long duels today. I also have a long replay to show you guys. After Ted's. Okay, opponent starts X'd. Dumping Aggregator. We have Maxi. People are on a lot of talents, so I would advise shotgunning Maxi because the Ryzeals are also inherent. But that's just like my opinion, man. Okay, Ogre. I don't want to say wasted, but wasted. Okay, he maxes us before draw phase. Imperm Detonator. See, so why Ogre at all? Ascension for 7th. He detonates so that he can aggregate this one. Okay, Ashes the X'd. Gooska. How did I deal with Gooska? I dealt with the Gooska very easily the other day, and I don't remember how I did it, but it was very funny. My opponent summoned Gooska, and I was like, I know what to do, and then I just outed Gooska very easily. Oh, just Aggregator. It was just Aggregator. Aggregate the Gooska. Switch Detonator to attack. The meme, it's not Ryzeal, it's Turbo Bagooska. Okay, we make our own Detonator, because his Gooska is going to detach. We save Detonator, of course. Swap out Star for Ice. Last mat on Gooska detaches. Yeah, I think you're right, that you do it now. You do last turn this turn. Because even if he turns his Gooska to attack, your Gooska's in defense, and we'll switch it back to defense. So neither of you have control. Okay, Banshee. Pop the Banshee. And then he detonates our Detonator. Yes, X'd. Duos for Cross Hole. Draw a card. Star sets the plugin. Attack, attack, attack. Oh, I thought the hole was in the graveyard, but he searched it. I was thinking you can make the full armor Lancer, whatever it is. Yeah, this is very, very annoying to beat. Even though Detonator's out of materials, like, it's just very tough. Okay. I need to be right back. Okay. Yeah, games like that can be very, very funny. All right, Ted has a replay. I think we follow Ted. Maybe not. Ted, I also have bonus UBEL content for you. All right, so this is Ted's only replay. Or replay, can you tell me what I could have done better against the opponent? Sure. So we're on the Primite Bestial deck. Okay, set the drill straight away, sure. Load for roar. All right, if you're gonna... Okay, already micro sequencing. If you're gonna get the roar... So you want to make sure Drill Beam is online before you get the roar. Because the roar can only summon if you have nothing on the field. So you would go load... And if they imperm ether, like, too bad. I just let this happen. I let the Ash Blossom happen so that you can save Called By for Max C. There it is. He does have Max C. Because if you're foolishing this, you don't care if it doesn't get foolish, because now your ether is off the field and you can roar. So another sequencing you can do here that is perfectly fine is ether, set drill, load get roar, tribute to dump. That's perfectly fine. Then your roar is online. And if he ashes this, you can still roar the Dippity from your deck and do Fiendsmith stuff. And so now you are locked out. You're under Max C, and you're locked out of any effects. Whereas you could do Fiendsmith stuff. Okay, he activates Engraver. He goes tracked, and you can't Bestial yet. Can't interact meaningfully there. I agree with this. I agree, drill this, and I would go Baldrake instead of Druid's Form, because Baldrake can send the Dippity if he makes another play here. But that's a micro sequencing. But that was a good interaction. So here, there's a Lurie in the graveyard. Like, you could eat Lurie or Requiem to summon Baldrake, but if your Baldrake was just already on the field, he has to deal with Baldrake before he goes Duo Drive, because he goes Duo Drive, or whatever other summon. I'm thinking, like, Sequence. Like, he wants to summon Sequence. Baldrake threatens it. Baldrake threatens the existence of extra deck monsters by having Dippity here. So he would have to go Battle Phase if Baldrake's on the field, attack over Dippity, and you still have the Druid's Worm. Or he would need to find another way to out the Baldrake. Because if you just banish Duo Drive, like, he would probably have to go Detonator there. And then detonate Baldrake or detonate itself. And then you're not having more plays. So now Baldrake is here. But he has cross. So if he makes the any XZs, he can just cross the Baldrake. Also, it got negated with the Aggregate. What do you think about running Metal Tronus and Ryzeal? Good. Oh, wow, this is the first one I've seen. This looks nice. The, like, silver rainbow border is very cool. So Metal Tronus is good. You probably want to run a couple other cards, if you can, that coincide with it, like Apollo. Okay, so Tribute Druis, send the Detonator. I like this. We lose that. But yes, then Cross negates this. So we're kind of boned here. Is that a second plugin? No, he put it back. Okay, so now we have only Dippity versus plugin Cross. We try to get back Ether. Ether gets negated. He makes an Exciton because he can't make second Detonator. Requiem, Lacrima, and so outing the Exciton shouldn't be very hard. But we have to deal with Detonator. Light Chaos Angel is very good. Attack over the last material on Detonator. Seems okay. I'm thinking how else you could have done it, because you can't pop Sequence on Summon, so Sequence would get to activate before Detonator pops it. And so here you can Requiem for Paradise, and you do. And then you're Paradising now to prevent him from Xyz summoning. Yes. But he has the other one anyway. He might have even searched it. Okay, so you nib him for all of his life savings. And then we should have Engraver. So we can put back Desiree, do Requiem things, send the token, and kill him. So getting rid of his cross with Angel was a very, very key point, because cross has a lot of power wrapped up in it. I think there was some sequencing early in the game, but otherwise not bad. That was pretty good. Okay, and then now I have some bonus. I don't think you're in my Discord. Okay, so this is from Sam. So I asked Sam for a generic UL list. So he says 1 or 2 Squirmer plus Nightmare Pain is up to preference, and Necroquip is a flex slot. So this is his list. This is Sam's just like generic UL list. So you can play second Squirmer. You can play something else. A 2,000-pound fat man lounges sprawled across the entrance like a human barricade, flabs wobbling with every breath. Konami needs to fix this trash before I lose my mind. His snacks. Lecter Invest. You can use Lava Golem and Nib against Ryzeal. This is true. I will put this in the Discord, so make sure to join the Discord. Oh, let's spell Discord right. Okay, so... Now, that was kind of funny. Can I look at your Ryzeal deck list? Yeah, go ahead and post in the Discord. Collect or invest. You can use Lava Golem or Nib against Ryzeal. So, Nib can be played around. I can find my competitive deck. There we go. There. I posted this UL list in the competitive section. Well, that was kind of funny, Vengeance, given that we read all the YouTube comments. Okay, so I need to show you guys my Tenpai game. It was very long, if I can find it. This one. Yippee just did a very roundabout combo, so attack with Tyranno. Good. So let me show you this. Your Discord is not working anymore. Oh, man. So this was a game I played, and I don't have any words. You just need to watch it. So, normal summon Fua pass. Opponent goes Genroku. Called by. That reads like AI. Is this an AI, like, type for me? Opponent goes Purulia, but I have no gas, so pass again. Okay, we draw a star. I fire off Featherstorm now, which I consider waiting on. So this point here, I consider just holding on to it. But I don't want to get nibbed or anything else to happen. So I summon the star. I make duo. He has the imperm. Anyways, Featherstorm doesn't stop imperm. In for 25. I've got Plasma Hole. I've got Max C. I've got Nib against a confirmed Tenpai player, which is a little scary. He destroys our duo drive, so we don't get to search now. So we're just still trying to hope to top deck gas. He top decks another Genroku. The turn after we draw Called By. Goodbye, Genroku. We draw Sword, and I'm super excited. He sends Droplet for Droplet. Like, okay. Fine. And then he top decks Pydra. I have Nib and Plasma Hole. So now he just gets to Tenpai all over my face. Your email part glitch where your email address doesn't work. I'm not sure what that means. And you could just make a new Discord if you're like completely locked out. And then we die. Featherstorm is in my deck because I don't have 3 Tachyon. So that's what it's doing there. Post your deck list in the Discord. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, 1 Veiler, 1 Droll. 2 Peru, 2 you don't need 2 Node or 3 Star. This seems like a lot because they're not starters. 1/1 is fine on triples. So here, let me show you what my list looks like. So I'm also on 1/1 right now. It could be different. I'm thinking more Droll, actually. 2 Ogre is because it's good against Duo Drive. It's good against Cross if you activate it. You don't need the second Ogre. It's just preference. We're also on 4 Mulcharmies. You're on 5. You have 1 Meows. So actually, what I would do is if I had 7s, if I had 3 7s, I would probably do something more... Nope, I want the Droll. So let's just swap out Droll for Veiler now. Swap out Featherstorm for the other Puru. So I'd just do something like this. So then we can just rock with that, honestly. Like this. And then we don't have to play... Just draw the out, it's that simple, yeah. I see your point on multiple star. And second cross is actually a consideration of mine that I want to try. I understand wanting 1 Veiler for cross out, and I think that's fine. Because Veiler is still a good card. So it's not like you're losing by putting it in your deck. You're not going to like draw Miscellaneous Saurus when you're playing Ryzeal. So this is where I am right now, honestly. And so now, let's hop on the ladder with this. So let's try 2 cross. The second cross could be something else. But the second cross is for the same reason as you have multiple stars. So let's hop on ladder ourselves, play some games, and if I will get to rank up, we get to open 6 Samurai packs. Oh no, I'm on a rank down game. That's a problem. Better win. No! You always make your deck 42 to make it more consistent. I'm not sure that that's true. That seems like false information. We open double cross. Punished! The second cross should be a 7th, so we're very punished here. I said I wanted to rank up, not rank down. I have to stay in this game. I have to just pray that he plays bad. Getting a scam mess. Like asking a Malice player. Oh no, there's Star. Surely he won't activate it. Surely he'll summon again before Nibiru. Before Star. Okay. No. Cross being 7th doesn't actually impact anything here. Okay, I have no other interest. I'm not winning. And if it's 7th Tachyon, like, it doesn't improve my chances. Rank down. Nobody see that. Okay, we need to rank up twice. And then we can open up 6 Samurai Pack again. Cursed. Okay. I'll just allow it. Got the Malice sleeves. Okay, he is on this stuff. Next, return something. Alright, so I will fire off Max C here. He didn't negate that. This resolves. Cool. Okay, that's what I thought. So it's not how I wanted it to go. But it's fine. Dump Aggregator. Summon my 500 monster in attack position. Veiler. Boo. Okay. So he has an X'd in hand. We can thrust for something. But we can't make a rank 4. I think the other Emperor. Hello, Billy. And I don't think this being an attack position is going to matter. Okay, here comes Axed. Sure thing. Imperm, you're X'd. Did I get drolled? No. I had only X'd and it got negated. He Veilered it. And I made a risky throw on Fua and Charmy. I mean, Fua and Mexi. Okay, he smashes these so I don't top deck a 4 and overlay. Which I think I agree with. Ogre. That's okay. This is reminding me of like very early Tenpai games where nothing is happening. Okay. Let's ash this, because if he has called by, you're lagging like hell, so don't bother responding. Okay, then. Okay, he does have exactly called by. Okay, Imperm. It's fixed, good. Make sure, if you guys are seeing funny things, to flip it. Flip it good. No attack, why? Oh, because plugin makes it can't attack. Star... one Ryzeal in the grave. I get to set plugin. Oh, if it's special something. Okay, so then we kill this so that he can't top deck a Charmy. What a game we're having. Unfortunately, most things... Okay. Ooh. Perfect. Because that was his top deck, because he would have used it before. So this card is not useful. Could be another called by. Nice. No. Oh, wait. Wait. This is fine. Okay, now we literally both have no cards. But that means that this is, like, interaction. Nice. Let's go. Sword. Get ashed. Imperm. Same result. Where music? What do you mean, where music? Music is playing, is it not? Frick. Oh, it's my turn. Discord sucks. Discord is... I like Discord. I think it is a good place to get notifications and similar. Nice. Ice is nice. Torrential Tribute is not real. So now 2 4s have stuck. Yeah! Win the game. Okay, more easy games, please. That was not an okay, that game wasn't difficult to play. But it took a long time. It wouldn't let you sign in. Well, this is where I said, like, if you don't, like, have friends and community there, just make a new account. And if you want to really get in, you need to work harder to reset the password. It's annoying that Ogre is good, but Ogre doesn't do anything. Take it. X tiers, sure. Sure, summon the X. X to get node. Strange path. Summon the sword, sure. Just summon the node. We're gonna Fua. Time to count how much to. Well, I've hopefully fixed all of my problems. My GPU is under 50%. Everything is seemingly very optimized. My game is 60 FPS. 1% low is 36 frames, it says. Jumping around, but looking pretty solid. Unfortunate that I have to allow 17 seconds. You gotta refresh. All right, we're gonna Puru now. Probably not doing. Hey, Jude. Welcome back, Sam. I feel like setting from deck loud. Collector Invest, you really only have a single email? Like, you don't have any other emails at all? I don't know, I just find that, like, kind of difficult to believe. Here's Detonator, get a draw. Too bad I can't Ogre and Ash. Ogering this does nothing. Duo. If I Ogre this deck makes you want to make Spray? Because it's just a bunch of 4s that you summon over and over? Inherent summons from hand are fun. He saves with Detonator. Plasma Home. Next. So he probably has plugin. So I could have saved my Ogre for this, but then he... It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I should save Ash for Maxi. Seventh thing, sure. I heard you like searching, so we've got a searcher for your searcher. Okay, so whole plugin, or he would have gotten plugin. Thanks, Droll. Well, you can still create another, like, Gmail account. Like, Gmail is free to create and very, very easy. Okay, no aggregator here. Because aggregator detonator checks ice really well. Oof, Andy has the... Okay, that's the same thing. Yeah. The Microsoft Outlook stuff, emails, are also very easy to create. Ironically, I would say message me on Discord and I'll help you later, but can't if that's the zone. Okay, don't want a Puru. Welcome, Nick. Sam, can we shout out Nick? Beep boop kaboom. There's some song I was looking for that I like cannot find. Like I swear they go like tick tick boom in it, but searching that doesn't find what I want to find. How's the grind? It is going. We ranked down though from Master 3 to 4, so I'm about to cry. Because I just want my gems to pull 6 samurai cards. Song request. Nick, please sing for us. Okay, now I lose the game. That's fine. You have an iPhone only. So here, you can definitely on, if you don't have the Gmail app, if you don't have a Gmail at all, create a Gmail. Just download the Gmail app, create one. If you do have a Gmail already, you can, like at the top right on your profile or whatever, you can like click add another account, create account. If Discord password reset really, really doesn't work. Okay, we win the flip. Woo! Just ask if I have Disney songs on standby to sing along to. Oh, man. Pass. I love meta decks that are full of non-engine. Okay, what the heck is he playing? I'm gonna switch to Malice Sleeves and Profile. So then they, like, shotgun Lancia if they've got it. You guys should follow Nick. I do. He's great. Agree. Confirm. Okay, going first changes this. Or drawing sword, like, changes the whole game. If I had sword last turn. Alright, never mind. It does not. I can't summon Node. Normal summon sword is very similar to normal summon Chessy Cat. It either indicates a completely cracked hand or a terrible, awful, garbage dog dookie hand. In this case, I had a terrible, garbage dog dookie hand. XLR called. I don't remember what this opening even was. I just remember liking this cartoon. Yes, nice. Balance is decent. Normal summon Node. I'm kind of afraid to play into 4 back row, but it's like also going to be nothing. So we could Detonator, but his back row is nothing. So if he like imperms the duo, I can activate it next turn. Okay, duo summon work. Yep, there's imperm. Called it. So I want to note something, guys. I've made 2 changes to my setup. My laptop is on some pieces of tape. I'm like embarrassed to show my setup because it's like really janky. But my laptop is on some tape, but like rolls of tape. Remove it. These. So I'm okay. First of all, I'm on a laptop. I'm not on a desktop. That's a poverty thing. And why you should give me your Twitch Prime. Hey, adversarial. And I put ice packs under the intake fans, and the temperature is not thermal throttling. I'm at super low GPU usage, and I'm having no problems today. Why do people hate when I scoop in Master? What do you mean? I don't understand. But when I scoop in TC, I think in Master Duel, because they're trying to have like a self-flagellating, not flagellating, self auto-fellatio moment where they do their combo, and if you scoop, they don't get to do their combo. Where in TCG, they're more likely to be playing in a tournament, like even locals, where they understand the incentive is to win the game and they don't care that they didn't get to do their combo. If you are playing casually with your friends and you just scoop every time, I think they're gonna get frustrated. Stop playing hand rip mermails. I'm gonna make a sub goal to cosplay as Dormouse. How far would that cosplay go though? Got some hate from a dude in my DMs. Like, you can't stay to duel for Blue Eyes. Is your username like obviously then something like your Discord name? Like, how are they messaging you? Sam, you get DMs from me. Did my Maxi resolve? It did. Cool. Oh, on Twitch. I don't know. I don't think I have any. I have 0 whispers on Twitch. I have one guy who asked me what is my favorite game. You mean from people that you duel in Matt? In Eternal, there is a messaging system, Eternal card game. What can we do about this Gooska? We can draw X'd. That's not X'd. So we can go Ice Sword and throw our cards away to make our own Gooska. And then we have no follow-up at all. I don't like that. I'll activate it. Response. Nice. Gotcha. Okay. Giant. Chicks dig giant robots. Okay, I lose my maxi, but that's fine. Give me your Gooska. Did I turn my Master Duel sound off so YouTube doesn't hear anything at all? I'm sorry. Turn it off here. The other sounds. So maybe I shouldn't have activated Sword. But I was digging for him to activate. Okay, we go X'd. Nope. I keep your guy. If you didn't know that, Full Armored Utopic Ray Lancer lets you keep their Xyz if you take it. Alright, so he has a cross, but he has no Ryzeals in the grave. But we have no interaction. Because his Ryzeals are under our Utopic Ray Lancer. And his guys all lose 700 attack. Cool. Top deck. So love it. Can't even maxi, because I called it. Why are Ryzeals specifically light pyros and fire thunders? Like, I understand that they're engines, but it doesn't... Like, there's no outside synergy other than Banshee and Bonfire. But if they were all light pyros, like, both of those and 7th Tachyon apply. Like, they're light and fire. I don't know why they're light. Fire makes sense. Light doesn't make sense to me. Being a mix of pyro and thunder is fine, because, like, your engine stuff can be either. This feels kind of random. I still wish that this guy was, like, a centaur. I don't know why, but I thought he was a centaur. Like, I thought this was his, like, torso, and then it, like, went back this... Just like a fat, chunky rope. Now, should I have summoned Detonator? What happened to my duo? Did it get impermed? It did. Got hit with a set imperm, which I thought was likely because he had cards that he wasn't doing anything with. So perhaps I should have just detonated straight away. And he summons pop, summons pop. Summons. I think he still gets to do things and ends up in an advantage state. But it's not trivial. Because now he just has everything. Okay, Detonator should tack over Duo. No, then this is still... Oh no, this would be able to attack over. Yep. And thanks, Perulia, for being a nothing burger. And thanks, Maxi, for being called by. Can we trick him? Nope. Will you detonate my Puru? Nope. Didn't fall for it. Okay, we keep going. Surely we rank up, please. We're stuck at the bottom of Master. Like scrubs. Win the flip. If there's funny stuff, you guys need to clip it. Clip it good. Okay, we're starting. Ash is a good thing to draw. Activate Ext. Ext is short for external combustion engine. Have to get sword. One sword. I think the order does it. Ice. Ice. Chip it. How many times did I forget that cross is in your hand and forget to put it on the field? Too many. I'm sure it's too many. Okay, if you have Max C as well in 40, you're just too good. Gotcha. Easy peasy. Again, non-game. We needed to change our accessories. We need Malice sleeves. And we need to pretend we're playing Malice. Malice icon. Because that tricks people. Where is she? Then let's go with the candy field. Okay, let's go. I changed accessories and it forgot my deck. Lose the flip. Upsetting. Okay, this is Fua. 7th. So what do we do with our hand traps? Because everyone is getting cross so that we can't stop duo. Or nib them. And so, like, special summon X, normal summon any other level 4. This guy is on multiple royals. We gotta look at his deck. Oof. Okay. Surely he goes straight into duo here. There's Ice. I think we Ash Ice Ogre duo. He has cross. Never mind. And here's Detonator. Agree. Only Glossy. Shame. Okay. If... Oh, shoot. That doesn't help. Because if I Ogre Duo, he can just detonate or protect. So it's not actually useful. We can Ogre this one, though, and maybe he doesn't get to Duo. So if I... Yeah, this is fine. Because if I if I Ogre Ice, he can't... Star cannot be ashed. He gets to set plugin or whatever. Turn 2 draw. Star. Not what I wanted to see. We can normal Star. Special Sword. The other play is normal Summon Sword. Get popped. Okay, so he can plug in another material into Detonator. I can take Star, Ice, Overlay. I can take Detonator, do nothing. I take this, make Duo. And draw 2 could be very good. But it would, like, need to be X'd. Ice, Node, can't summon. I think I summon X'd plugin Detonator. He allows it. I want your 4. Okay. Now I lose. Because it's plugin X'd back. And I have only Duo. What is this garbage? We've been doing so terribly. You ran into a Japanese bot. What does that mean? Okay, opponent is on a salty rank down game. He's tilting. We win the flip. We're winning the flip and we're doing bad. And that doesn't ash. I hate the Charmies. How long was Puru out before Fua came out? 1 month on Master Duel? Help if I could spell it right. Mulch. Puguru came out in Dragon's Reincarnation. Fua came out in Dragon's Reincarnation and Gate to the... They come out at the same time? Dragon's Reincarnation was January 9th, and it has both Charmies in it. Gate to the Throne came out May 20th. I thought Puru came out earlier than Fua on Master Duel. But I am apparently incorrect. I know it came out earlier in TCG. Like one set. Alright, Fua. Ashes the Fua. Upsetting. Hill. Text changes everything. Welcome to Discord, Big, whoever you are. Card Gazelle and Summon. We've got the thing, though. We've got this best Salamangreat end board. Mining. Okay, Fiend Smith Salad. Interesting. Is that Spinny going to the grave? Yes. I didn't pull any Meowls either. Okay, what is Mirage Stalio summon? I think I let it, right? I let it get used. Okay, have a Nibiru. Okay, yeah, you can punishment. You have a Light Fiend? I don't see another one. Just dumping Engraver. The plan here. That one pass? Funny. Best Salamangreat end board. Cool. Called by for whatever you've got in hand. Guess what? It's Ryzeal. Aggregate your Sanctuary. Didn't even need to see if I had another 4. I couldn't activate X because I had Nib. I'm not sorry for sending you back to Master 5. I need to reach Master 2 for gems. who unfortunately isn't super rad, but he's going 11. Sending triple tactics to graveyard is rude. What are we talking about? Did I do that? All right. What's up? Ransom? No, you didn't. Okay. Ransom, get Malice in the Mirror. Okay, let's see what else you've got. Have a Bibiru token. I don't want to get mirrored. So X to getting mirrored is the same as not being able to use it. But then he reloads Ransom, gets Rabbit, sets 7. Alright. We also have Bonfire for Ice. Let's see. It's a small nib token. Get the internal combustion engine, which is why it's a pyro. Normal summon the internal combustion engine. Imperm. Totally fine. Don't care. No response. Okay, so this is Mirror with 2 mystery cards in hand. So we're going to cross. Our X is not going to get search value. So we're going to detonate now. I think you should, if you can, make Detonator before Duo Drive. Because then if you pass, Detonator pass is better than Duo Drive pass. It's that simple. That's my plan. Sword. Sword for Star. Detach off Detonator. And we'll set plugin. So no, we didn't have a game. I hate the UI for Duo Drive. You guys are not subbed on YouTube. My reminder wants to remind you that you got to sub on YouTube. Okay, let's go Node. We get to summon Node. And then what do we send? He's done. That's GG. Okay, please, more games like that, but faster. Start Puru and prey on the Emperor. What's up, Tricky Time Tree? Okay, miss, miss, miss. No, he had a dart. I like to, if you can summon it, I do. So, like, if you can make a rank 4, make a rank 4 with it. Because you are, I believe, better off going to Detonator or Duo Drive than passing on Puru. Alright, so we have X Star. Ash. Bestials are not real. I literally don't have a second of it. Just because it's not level. You still break. That's annoying. This is annoying. But we still get to summon Star. And into 4 unknowns, I think we go Detonator. Because I feel like Duo is gonna get stopped. And does Ryzeal no 7th have a 7th? Because I crafted one. That's why. Alright, surely Detonator Ash plugin will save us. Normal Dormouse. Get imp. What did I say? Thanks, Puru. Alright, I would like to detonate. And the no 7th title is really to remind me that I need them. Opponent sets a Charmy. Unfortunately, I think both Charmies have more defense than... Yeah, they're all 1/6. Oh. The timer is here. That's cool, because you can't see it. Attack your Charmy. Okay, they're drawing into non-engine, or into engine. I mean, yeah, non-engine. We are too. But I don't think their non-engine is counteract our... So they want to make plays. No! It doesn't matter. So I could still have my detonator. Goes hair. Hair, banish the mouse, reload mouse. Imper mouse. Still make the thing. Flash into ransom. Do you go ransom here? Or binder? Either way, I think I'm finished. I'm not interested to play it out. Where's my rank ups? Maybe I have to grind off stream? I feel like playing Malice was much easier. I also mean to check my flips, but I keep forgetting. Remind me to check my flips. Oh my god. Hey, we pass. Yeah, you can max see me, that's fine. He's clearly not stream sniping. I don't feel like Malice has this problem of just drawing nothing. Okay. I hope he doesn't have ice. Sword. Wait a second. Normal summon sword. Get X'd. X'd get. Venomoth escaped. No one caught it. Send Duo for X'd. What do you get here? Fire. Node. You have an Xyz in the grave. I like Ryzeal, but not when you don't get to do anything. Where are my robots? Okay, triple mat detonator. Okay, we have nothing to do. No doesn't do anything. Cross doesn't help. I don't see a way out of that one. I need the gems. I can't rank up. All right, we're switching to Malice for 45 minutes. I think we try Mermail again. I know you're supposed to Ash Duo, but I don't think that is effective because you always get to cross. So I think you need to stop something earlier and then nib them. Okay, here's another ice. Perfect. Because ice is full nib-proof combo. Banshee. We can Druis, but there's nothing good to Druis. Next. That's good to Druis. Here's an Ext. Because I have something else, I get to still hide Druid. Okay, summon sword. We're gonna wait for the sword search. You want to summon star now? What are you doing? Sure. I'll allow it. Get nibbed. Gotcha. Didn't even want to see what I'm playing? He might just assume Merman. Lose the flip again. You're out again? Alright, Sam. Thank you for lurking. Are you on Malice, or is this Ryzeal? It is Ryzeal. We're gonna get a ton of cards, and then Imperm Detonator, or whatever he does on our. At a Ryzeal deck, okay. Goes immediately cross. So I could pair Chessie. Did they really negate True Charm? No. I activated Nibiru when they left the game. This is a new game. Druid Swarm never came into play. Druid's Worm hid my Nibiru by being able to activate earlier than... That's what it did. Well, he lost everything, because I had the correct hand traps to play around it. Okay. I go... Shit, I need my Malice card. Where are they? I've lost them. I go... Hair activates. Resolves. Rabbit gets banished. Rabbit activates, Hair goes away, Rabbit summons, Rabbit gets destroyed. I have the set card and a gold Sark. So yes, I do this. Alright, he didn't want to get got. Malice. Cristrons. Malice. Oh, I have a Druis in my deck. I have a Magnemute. I have Malice cards. These two Malice cards. The traps don't really effectively dodge. I have Pot of Greed coin. There's too much draws here. If I go Sark. So this will carry us. Alright, is our opponent on Ryzeal? They might be. They have Ash. Upset. They claim having a coin won't affect your luck, but I doubt it. I have the Pot of Greed coin. I have the good coin. You would have better luck with Blue Eyes coin. That might be true. Alright, so we negate this. So we can negate Duo here. But Ice could also just be nothing. Hair activate. Retrieve. And then your extension gets killed by Droll. Alright, Detonator pass. You think the Pot of Greed coin is rigged? Are they trying to figure out if they can kill me? Pot of Greed coin is cursed. Could be. Could be cursed for being greedy. Alright, someone X'd. I'm not gonna hair. Detonator. Sure. Star. Annoying. Nib. I think I make second detonator. Okay. Or don't. Shit. That was plug-in. What's in the box? It's a mouse. One sleepy mouse in the box. Not sure what our plan is. Okay. It was an aggregator. I see. I normal summon mount or hair. So if I activate mouse, it just gets popped. If I activate hair, I'm then out of body. So I summon hair. Any link 2 I make. Master Duel's been bad today. So if I go lizard, banish hair, lizard gets popped. If I go splash mage gets popped. If I go... So I'm out of options here. Detonator checks every single option I have. Nibiru being on top of my deck instead of in my hand. Coin luck. I keep forgetting to check my actual coin luck. Coin luck is bad. Not seeing enough of the right interaction, which could be a deck building error. But it could be many things. Could be things that are not my fault. How was your master grind, Ben? Oh my goodness, like, look at this! Back in the old PSP games and your opening packs. Which, I played one of the GX PSP games. I don't remember what there were. It was definitely GX era. Was there synchro? I can't remember now if there were synchros or XCs in the PSP game I played. I don't play Master Duel, I used to play Duel Links. Yeah, King of Games and Duel Links is fun. I've not played Duel Links in a very long time. Tag Force 1. Tag Force definitely sounds like correct. Yeah, there's a million of them. Is there Sure. 3 games for GX and 3 for 5Ds have been released, whereas Arc V Tag Force is special. So it might have been it could have been Tag Force. I legitimately cannot remember if there were synchros on it. It goes to Arc V, so they even had pendulum. Yeah. I don't think there were pendulums in the one I played. What deck are you playing in that? Or if you just hold on. Did you say you just restarted it? Just get back into the old PSP. Are you picking up like an old save file, or did you start over? Tag Force 3 forward have synchro. Okay. Okay, he's used tracked. I think we let this one resolve and then nib him. So he could Caesar. He has normal summon, and nibbing turns off Imperm. But I think he's got nothing. He has no Bestial. Tag Force games are long. I like to switch. I see. Monarchs is like one of those old fun decks. I really like the DS games. I definitely spent a lot more time on those. Not for them being better games, just like, oh, shit, I'm a dummy. I hope that he's also a dummy and he sends my nib token. Send my nib token. I mean, my nib. I'll do Monarchs start out. Yeah, Monarchs are cool. Monarchs are cool and fun in old Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, yes. I can Imperm. I forgot Engraver came back. There's, I think, only one for the 3DS, World Carnival. And I like the format a lot. Like the card legality, but it's so boring. There's no story. Like the story mode, you duel 4 opponents. And then that's it. Oh my god. Okay, you can eat my nib, sure. That doesn't help me. Maybe it does. So where did you leave off with current Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, is Pendulum your most recent foray? You had a battle phase, my guy. Whatever. In Master Duel, I mean, you said you're not a Master Duel player. In Duel Links. And in TCG. No, there's nothing new since Links. Just new cards. Very annoying. Wheel draw called by? Nope. We drew 6, which... Oh, shit. We have to ash this. MD Bozo. MD Bozo. That was really stupid. Need the rabbit. Paradise. I would be able to ash that, but I can't. I will roll. And we have 6 and 7 to make plays. Although we can't activate 7, so not 7. Are you very competitive ceiling fan? Or do you like just playing fun decks? You just play fun decks? Whenever I try to play fun decks, I don't have any fun because I can't win any games. Still off meta, I see. We can... Okay, I think he's... Oh shit, no, Baldrake. How do we clear Baldrake? Baldrake is a problem, because whatever we do, it gets banished, and we can Crash Rabbit, attack Chessie. He's got Engraver. I think this is an L. I don't see a way out of this. None of these links do anything here. People talk about Master Duel some. Used to play a Zork deck in Duel Links. SP, maybe? SP banish Engraver? Nope, nope. I would need to make a link 1 first, which gets banished. I can't come to the door right now. One thing for a ritual deck, but Zork. You mean Dark? Or Zork? What the heck is Zork? This guy? This is what you were playing? You use Dark Master Zork? I'm thinking of... What is his actual name? Z-Arc. I'm thinking of this guy. I thought you were talking about this. And you were talking about this guy. Dark Master Zork. What does it even do? Roll a 6-sided die, then destroy all monsters your opponent controls if you roll 1 or 2. Destroy 1 monster your opponent controls if you roll 3, 4, or 5. Destroy all monsters you control. Okay, 17% chance to destroy Torigeki yourself. And you're usually hitting at least one of their monsters. That's not terrible in, like, old Duel Links. I don't know when in Duel Links that would be good. I played 6 Samurai in Duel Links. And then I played Rockets. And I haven't touched Duel Links other than that. I did play Time Lords. I'm going to switch to Mermail for the last 20 minutes after this game. This is a better hand. Let's see if I can remember how to play Malice. Always mouse. Squeak! MD isn't ready for Live Twin dominance when the support gets added. I am. I have all the Live Twin stuff. Banish hair. Hair. Alright. So we're gonna freestyle funky play. And because we have underground for later. So I'm gonna preserve my normal summon. Although activating hair here, I don't know. This is risky bisky. Okay, he sees where this is going, and this is going to absolutely everywhere. So I didn't play that in Synchro, but I played in... I have all the live twin stuff. Look at these. I have the cute ones too. You played what, Time Lord? Or which deck? Rocket's Time Lord or Six Samurai for 14 box set format is your main deck. I didn't play that into Synchro, but I played it into... So when I started Duel Links, it was already Six Samurai format. Oh, Zork. How many times can MD Dojo forget what Zork is? You started Duel Links when you only had 2 different boxes. You are an OG. Nice and Dark Magician. Alright, hopefully this is Ryzeal and Droll kills him. And this is not a banger hand, because all of these ladies are in... So if we go Chessie, we lose to Ash Blossom. But everything loses to Imperm. Nice. Get drolled on, fool. Neg 1 for Actibus. This looks like Mermail to me. With this pathing. Huh? 0 defense, I see. Neptibus is 0 defense, 1 star, so Neptibus is not a legal small world. Never mind, I'm stupid. I didn't want to spend on the first boxes, so I saved and religiously played Beatdown until the Zork event came out while saving Chess. Eventually played Element. That's cool. Elemental Heroes got so expensive. Like, I literally left Duel Links because of the time sink. It is free, but they also do cost, some things cost real money. But it works. So I'm not going to berate Konami, their business. Normal summon star, sure. Summon sword. They all lose to Imper, so it doesn't matter. There's no Ash Blossom in hand. They all lose to Solemn Judgment. Why is Solemn Judgment in your deck? 4 normal summons is not what you want to see. Unfortunately, that's my only Chessie. There's not another one in deck. Because otherwise I'd go Mouse, Chessie, Rabbit. Going straight battle here is good for me. Five normal summons is not what I want in the top 5 cards of my deck. What is better? If Mouse resolves, we get to Hair. If Rabbit resolves... You gotta be dog pooping me. Yeah, these are all normal summons. Like, they don't... There's one monster. So there's 4 Malice monsters. Mouse, Rabbit, Cat, Hare. Hare is the only one that can special summon itself. It's like drawing 5 Stratos. So, like, yeah. It's 5 Stratos. Like, yes, I have plays every single turn, but I have 1 play every single turn. Until I have a way to turn them into something else. Malice is meta, yes. Malice is one of the best decks in the game. You can go to youtube.com/@MasterDuelDojo and check my tier list. I gotta save this replay. And he has an 1800 attack monster. Like, this also has a lot of text, but it doesn't do anything. Like, its two effects are it can special summon itself, and if you special summon it, it searches for a card. Alright, Tricky Time Tree, you can send the replay if you want me to look at it. Alright, let's go Dormouse. Let's resolve Dormouse this time, please. Please. Oh, you have no replay slots? Well, it will just overwrite the oldest one. Like, they'll just move down a slot if you care. And Impulse isn't even good, because they're all inherent. You don't want to get rid of those either. Well, you can lock whichever ones, but Master Duel is not completely caught up with TCG. It's a little bit behind, and I think it will be for the foreseeable future. I feel like they could like put it on a schedule to make it catch up. But it's a different experience still. Like Malice is this deck. Malice released last month, and Ryzeal released 2 days ago. And those are from, I think Malice is from November, and I think Ryzeal is from January. I'm not sure, though. All right, let's try again. Rabbit, please. Rabbit resolves. Oh, my goodness. I get to play the game. All right. Banish Rabbit. I'll reload the rabbit. I will not impulse my own rabbit. No, I like it. Some people complain. What I don't like is that everybody is always looking ahead to the next thing. So K9 and Yummy are decks that are either that like just came out in TCG, and people are talking about those, and it's like, guys, enjoy the cards you have. Like, we don't have those cards. Just enjoy the new cards. Enjoy the new cards here. And if you don't like it, boycott Master Duel. Vote with your dollar. He's drawn all... Wait. Why did he Small World for Star and then set Imperm Judgment at the beginning of this duel? He clearly hasn't pathed out Small World. Oh my god, we lose in 2 turns. Oh hi, oh hi. How are you doing? Desires, hope you draw 2 more hand traps. I hope. I hope bad thing happens to you. Okay, how are the duels? Look at the turn count, please. Look at the turn count. Look at all the Malice monsters in my graveyard. Every single one has been stopped. By the time I finally resolved Rabbit, he drew Ghost Bell. I am suffering. I demoted from Master 3 to 4, and I can't do it. Like, I was day 2 rating duels with Malice last month. Welcome to the dojo, oh hi. There are some who call me Tim. What are you doing here? Why are you summoning Droll? Rise, you play Link monsters? Hello? This guy's really just clicking buttons. Because this play does literal nothing. That's not that card works in Ryzeal. Hello? Yeah. This is literally a like. Did I see that right? Let me clean my glasses. What are you up to, my guy? Plug in. And then you want... So I'm not sure what... I think that's my follow sound, but I'm not sure. Do I imperm? I think I stop this. I don't let him do it. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I think that's just my follow sound much later. And it's very loud. I would be dead if he just kept his star on the field. Okay, go ahead. I was literally saying that Malice doesn't have this problem of drawing too much non-engine. I drew 5 Malice monsters. Well, now I'm dead. I'm gonna not stop him and see if he lets me Nibiru him. Book of Eclipse on 4 bodies, they just draw 4 cards. Yeah, I don't know. Book of Eclipse is really terrible. Okay, he figured it out. That's not how the game plays out at all. That's not supposed to happen. I need to save this replay. Oops. Look at this. Look how bad I've been doing. It's like 50%, and I went on a big lose streak. I'm upset. What do we have here? Small World? Small World is the only, like, thing strange here. The rest of this looks respectable. He's got 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. Like, this looks normal. Receiving some problem on Twitch. What? Wait, what are these in here? What? Hello? I didn't even notice. You can't do anything with them. Ragna Zero is also not... I mean, you can pop Duo Drive, but if you're I don't understand. I don't know. This is my opponent's deck, yeah. This deck doesn't make any sense. There's so many problems with it. And 1, 0, 0. Yeah, he could have just... Small Worlded Ogre through Droll into Star? That's terrible. Go through Valor into Ice, and then you're GG. The game is over on turn 2 instead of 15. Okay. All that gameplay. Well, so our decks are designed similarly in that it's a small amount of engine. So I have 10 Malice monsters, but there's other extenders and like cards to get to your combo. And he had a very, very low Ryzeal count with extra stuff to get to it, but we both just drew all of the interaction. Well, so he drew exactly enough interaction for exactly all of my Malice monsters because they were all normal summon. If I drew any of the extenders, Hair, Bestial, Underground, Sark, Mirror, or either of the traps, I win 100%. And if he draws any other engine earlier, he wins the game. So it was just both of us drawing garbage. So like you can think of the Malice monsters, these three, as like a normal summon Stratos. That's not what they do at all, but in effect, for the combo, they're all a normal summon. And you need other cards to move them around. This is my Ryzeal list that is sensical, and it's the same concept. We have 10 Ryzeal monsters. We have a searcher for it. This is UR, so I only have one. And then you get to your combo. Okay, cool. I wanted to hit M2. I started M3 today, wanting to hit M2, because I literally wanted Gems to do a single 10-pack pull. And I ranked down. So, today wasn't it. Today was not my day. That's okay. There's no rewards for being high ranked or whatever. It's just fun. It's also the 6. Like, okay. So you guys, make sure you're subbed on YouTube. Make sure you join the Discord. Yes, make sure to come back, join our Discord. I normally do Master Duel stuff. Sometimes I ramble. So, like, the first half of this stream was just yelling at YouTube comments. We do viewer duels. If you do come back to Master Duel, no, you've expressed enough knowledge that you don't need guidance. I was going to say I'm here for guidance if you need guidance into Master Duel, but you've expressed that you know what you're doing. So, we need to end YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. Make sure to sub. End stream.